my candidate for man of the match put on a hectic performance, right? He heckled defenders and forward alike, right? And it would almost seem like he covered hectares on the field.
Welcome, Sports Nation, to Sports DTM, the sports channel where we call sports down the middle. You can expect the latest in sports news, views, and reviews from our resident analysts. No sports topic is too controversial, and no team or player is above criticism. So just smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell to make sure you don't miss out on our balanced offering of riveting sports content. And don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Welcome to Sports DTM.
Greetings, Sports DTM fans, and welcome to another episode of Sports Down the Middle, the channel of undiluted sports content. Your favorite analysts are here to provide their feedback on the latest happening in the world of sports. The just concluded match between Jamaica and Serbia that ended 1-1 had some very good performances by the Jamaican players, and the analysts are here to select who was that standout player, who was the best player, who was the man of the match. But before we go into the details, we see that you have been watching and liking our videos. We also want you to be part of the Sports DTM family by clicking that subscription button. If that button is still red, it simply means you have not yet subscribed. So where are we, pan? Click the button and welcome to the Sports DTM family. Analyst, 1-1 draw. You all saw the game. Certain players played extremely well. So I want to hear from you. Who are those standout players and who you saw as the man of the match, the game changer? Eddie.
Yeah, correct. A lot of standout players in this game. As I said in a previous video, all 7 out of 10 performance for the starters. I cannot pick one player that had a bad game. But, I have to pick one player for the man of the match. I could have picked somebody from the defense, somebody from in the midfield, and a striker. But I'm going in the midfield era, and we all know who that person is. He had a heck of a performance. Lowe. Great. I think he was a catalyst for this game. We came out high intensity, aggressive. He led from the front, so to speak, and he performed well over 60 minutes. I know persons might say he only played 70 minutes or so, didn't have a full game, but I think what he did, especially in the first half, helped us tremendously in terms of putting us on a platform to get a result. So I have to go with Lowe. In a new position as well, relatively new. And I think he done tremendously in that position. So big up Nana.
Or a DTM discovered position.
A DTM discovered position.
Yes.
Raymond,
yes.
Who is your man of the match?
Yeah, everybody played exceptionally well. It comes down to 4 persons for me. You have Turgot, you have Gray, clearly Lowe, and more. But those 4 persons would be in contention for me if I had to choose one. It's clear it's Nana. I mean, there's no doubt. I mean, Turgot is close behind. In fact, him and Gray almost tie. But Nana, as I say, is the catalyst. We have a problem with the central defensive midfield, and to have him play there and did what he had done, man of the match for me.
Adrian, this performance by Nana Lowe is probably the best performance we have seen by a Jamaican in this defensive midfield position in years. I don't know if you're going to select him as the man of the match, but I just want to put that out there before you start to talk.
Who else, Kurt? Who else? Nana Lowe played an excellent game.
this is a position, of course, Kurt, where the DTM analysts put it out there that we had a position for Damian Lowe. Many people doubted that what we're talking about, people questioned our credentials to suggest that he could play this position. But I'm sure a lot of persons are pleasantly surprised, including probably some of even the coaching staff and technical people who are out there. But Tapa Whitmore and his team made a bold move. I'm sure they heard the sports DTM calling. We had our videos where we display these qualities. And in a time of crisis, it's no better time to actually build out a good player. This is a position that has been a headache for us for a long time. I can't recall a player in the central defensive midfield position for Jamaica running up and down the pitch from attack to defense, like what Damian Lowe did in the first half. It was a standout performance. It was a signature performance. And I mean, I hear discussions about him not fitting in, but he just needs a little more time to stamp his class. But I think we have seen enough to show us that he can function. And this position, maybe is best position for the Reggae Boyz.
Uh, before he played in the position, you were saying that this may be his best position. I thought you would have now changed to say that this is.
I wanted people who listened to the video and didn't understand to understand that that's what we were saying. But I think it's his best position for the Reggae Boyz right now. I mean, what we have found is that we have now seen a number of centre backs coming to the fore. So we still think he's the best centre back we have. But we have a serious problem in central defensive midfield. That puts pressure on the defenders around there and pressure on the team in general. We can't have a good transition from defense to attack. So the question is, what's the greater good? Do we actually play him at centre back and we leave a big hole in the middle of the park and we're under pressure constantly? Or since we have gotten additional reinforcement in the defensive third, we can now advance him a little forward, utilize his skill sets, and just by leading from the front and his work rate and his charge, the rest of the team rallies around him and we can get that type of push and effort. So I think this is we said it, if you were going to try him out in a match, try him out in a friendly match in June, right? Coach Whitmore was listening. Yes, he saw it, the opportunity, he took it, and he took it not against a small team, he took it against a team that is much higher ranked. And in doing that bold move, in doing that DTM move, Coach Whitmore has shown that he's actually listening. He wants to play tactics. He wants the best for the team. And Damian, Ngola, Nana, Lowe played a heck of a game.
And
hello, this is international footballer and reggae boy, Damian Lowe, and you're watching Sports Down the Middle. Like, share, and subscribe.
Mr. Coach Tapa Whitmore, DTM would love to put you in the DTM bound. So you can send us a message on IG, a direct message on IG, or you can send us an email so that we can have Tapa in the DTM bounds, because you made a very bold move, right? And we would love to hear all the thought process that went into making such a decision after watching Sports DTM video. But Ricky, who was your man of the match?
Well, Kurt, my candidate for man of the match put on a hectic performance, right? He heckled defenders and forward alike, right? And it would almost seem like he covered hectares on the field. Now, I'm not talking about Big Heck. I'm not talking about that particular defender from Fulham. I'm talking about Damian N'Golo Nana Lowe, right? He was excellent on the pitch, all over, right? And I'm glad that Tapa listened to us and put him in that position, because now we know what a real defensive midfielder. We always see it on TV. We watch Joshua Kimmich, we watch N'Golo Kante, and we say, no man, them man are good, right? And now we see Damian Lowe putting on a performance similar to those players, and it was a very touching moment for me because it is something that we have been pushing. So yeah, my man of the match, player of the match, even though he just played 70 minutes, Damian Lowe.
72 minutes actually, but fans out there, we would love to hear from you. Who would you say was the best player in this match, or who was the man of the match? Leave those comments in the comment section below. The DTM analysts all think that Damian N'Golo Nana Lowe was that player. Impacted the game extremely well, showed us exactly how a defensive midfielder should play in the black, green, and gold. And we're extremely happy, we're extremely proud of you, Nana. Big up yourself. You really went out there and proved the DTM analysts right. And we want to thank you for doing such.
You saved
Fans. Fans, leave those comments in the comment section below. And remember, like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell all of them friends to come and join the Sports DTM family. This has been another episode of Sports Down the Middle. Be blessed.